Hi there! Hi everybody, thanks for joining me and good morning or whatever's appropriate for your time zone. It's actually Saturday morning here and I couldn't leave this alone. I wanted to get it finished. So it's been like this overnight, so hopefully it's all stuck down and looking good. Oh yes, look at that. Looking nice. So we've just really got these pieces to stick down and then something here. Now I will say at this stage, if you want to put a book plate on or anything that's going to poke through, now's kind of the time to do it before we cover this up. I've thought about it all night actually, and I've decided that no, that's not what I want to do. I'll just make a complete topper for it and put that on. But it's looking good. It's got lots of movement in it, which is great. It makes, means that it'll lie flat. Fabulous. That's great. That's what we're after. So now we really just have to glue these down and then cover this page, of course. So there's my groove. There's my paper or card. It's quite thick. So let's get some glue onto here and let's get going. How is everybody today? Hope you're all well. We stayed up last night. I don't know what we were doing. I mean, we're normally late to bed anyway. Well, I am. I think Mr. F would go much sooner, but I have problems getting to sleep. I have problems staying asleep. Sleeping me or not, we don't rest easy together. So at 12 o'clock, midnight, Mr. F said, well, that's surely bedtime now. And I said, well, I'm not tired. That just means that I'm going to go to bed and toss and turn. So, okay then, let's find something to watch on the telly. So we went through and we didn't fancy any of the programmes that we had on record on the planner. So what I'm doing now is pushing this into this groove. So this will still bend nice and easy and make sure it's right in that groove. Like that. Great. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's right in that groove. Give it a bit of a assistance with the bone folder there. There we go, but you do want it to open flat as well. So we'll leave that for a minute till it dries because it's moving. It's moving at the minute. And we'll stick the back down. I'm going to have it the same direction. I only work this way. I'm sure if you're right-handed you've got it the other way on, which, is fine. It works either way. It's just, I don't know, I'm left-handed. That's just the way you're born, isn't it? Yeah, so I was going to say, we were looking for something to watch. And I saw the Vicar of Dibley go by on the TV guide and I said, oh, the Vicar of Dibley, we haven't watched that for ages. And so we decided, we'd watch 10 minutes. We'd just watch 10 minutes of it and then we'd go to bed. So we put it on and it was just starting actually, just at the right time. I think I missed 5 minutes of it or something. But after 10 minutes, we were engrossed. It was a really funny one. And I do like the Vicar of Dibley anyway. And I recommend it to you. I really recommend it to you. It's funny. And I'm sure it would translate across the pond. It's just a funny programme. But in this one, she's found the guy that I think ultimately she's going to marry. Geraldine's going to get married. See, it was time that I did this because these were starting to get a bit dog-eared. So let's just have a look and make sure that that folds up okay. I think it does. Looks good, doesn't it, from the top? So yeah, that's fine. I'm going to leave it to dry flat like this. Yep, lovely. Just want to make sure you have got that crease in it. We've taken time throughout to ensure we've got that groove. So don't lose it now, guys. Don't lose your groove. There we go. So I'll just leave that and we'll move on to what we're going to actually cover that with. Now I haven't got any remnants that size, but I have got this. It's a remnant of a pad, if that helps. It's Timmy. It's the paper stash called Lost and Found, and I was thrilled when Judy last year sent me a box of her Tim Holtz 12x12s that she could no longer use because she's moved into mini land. She's making everything miniature. So this is the one that I'm finding most difficult to place. So I thought it was a good opportunity to use it on something like that. So let's have a look through it and see what we've got. We've got that, and on the other side we've got plain, well, they're not plain colours, they're distressed colours. They're very nice actually. I love that. Oh, love it, love it, love it. And on the back of that we've got, oh my goodness, that's gorgeous. And then we've got all these pictures. I don't really want to use that on this project, but you could cut all those out and you've got all those. Why have I not thought of this before? And then this. Now the calendar is not getting used because I want that for something else. March, where are we today? March the 23rd. And tomorrow is March 24th. Yay, my birthday. On the back, oh look at that. That is beautiful, but it's not getting used, so don't get excited. Then this one, pictorial alphabet. Yep, that's nice. On the back, oh, that's lovely as well. Oh my goodness. Didn't realise this pad was quite so lovely. I like that as well. I really like that. On the back of that we've got the pinky colour. Then we've got the world. We have the world. Have the world in our hands. And a nice blue. These are lovely, aren't they? They are lovely. I like that one. That's nice. Oh, and look at the back of that one. Ooh, these are gorgeous. These will make beautiful journaling cards, and we can. And here we're into the 6x6s. You can tell I've used that one. There's a few missing that I must have used out here. Still in the 6x6s. Then we get into the 2x2s. Are they 2 inches? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, 2x2s, which you can make ephemera out of. Just cut them out and you've got a ready-made piece of ephemera. So yeah, everything else that's, oh, I was going to say everything that's left is a 2x2, but I don't think that's right. Yeah, these are, whatever they are, 3x4, is it? No, they're 2.5 by 3.5. They're ATC size. Ooh, that's handy to know. ATC size. And then these sort of washi strips. Excuse me, down the bottom. Excuse me. Mr. F's gone off shopping with his shopping list. And that's the same with the lovely washi, and that's the same. Yeah, so okay, we've got choices here, guys. We have choices. I really like that one. Let's lay that one out. I love the front and I equally love the back. So let's go through and see. I like that one, that's nice. I like the world. I love that one. Lay that one out. That's really nice, and I love the back of it. Lay that out. That's our calendar, which I'm not going to use because I love it. That which, yeah, I'm going to save and use those as pieces of ephemera. That's nice, isn't it? I like that one. Let's lay that one out as well. And what's on the top? The bingo cards. Okay, so let's just pop those to one side and work out what we're going to use for our pockets. So I've laid out 4 sheets here. That one, which I think I laid out for the back. Yeah. This one and this one. So I'm going to make my 2 pockets out of these page covers out of these 2. So let's cut those out straight off, and then we know where we are. Oh, now I've got 12 by 12s everywhere. Right, so work out where your groove is, which is there, and then get your Timmy ruler and measure from just inside where that groove is. I might put washi over that. It's a bit bright, that actually. A bit bright for my liking. Just inside there to about 1/8 of an inch inside the cover. And that, for me, measures 6 1/4. 6 1/4. So I'm still leaving that flat while I get my, oh, wrong trimmer, this trimmer. So 6 1/4, she says, and that's right on my, so I think it's right at the end of the thingy, of the tape here. It's right on the junction, of course it is, but if I look at where the things are, I think that's it there. So let's do that. Or maybe I should cut it off at 8 and whatever first. Leave me with a bigger remnant. So what height do I need this at then? Just a little bit in from the top, a little bit in from the bottom. 8 1/4, same size as our pages. 8 1/4. Oh my goodness me. Need a desk 10 sizes bigger than I've got. 8 1/4, which is there. And that leaves us with that remnant, which is a really useful remnant, isn't it? And then what did I say? 6 1/4, which I believe to be there. And that leaves us again with that as a remnant. Ooh, we're getting classy remnants today. So that's going to go, let's just try it for size. It's going to go there. Yeah, that's going to look nice. This I'm not so keen on. So let's see what washi tapes I've got that I can cover that up with. Just to hand. I've got that one. That's quite a nice one. Is that wide enough? Not really. The widest one I've got is that one. I don't know what that would look like over there, but let's have a look and see. Just not loving that green. I think that would be alright. I think that would be okay actually. Let's just temporarily get rid of the chopper instead of working on top of it. Might be a bit of an idea. Right, so let's put this on first. Or should I put it on after I put that down? Yeah, I'll put it on after I've stuck that on. That's the thing to do. Actually, looking at it, that paper's just beginning to crack there. So it's not a bad thing to put washi on it, I'm thinking. So I want that just there, just there, just there. And that's what that's going to look like. Right. But I also want to add a pocket to this situation. I do like to have pockets in the front and the back of journals because I think they're handy. You know, if you've collected something when you're out, a ticket or a itinerary or anything like that, before you know where you're going to place it in your journal, but you want to put it in your journal, it's handy if you just stick it in the pocket, and then when you get back off your weekend away or whatever it might be, you've got all your bits there that you can just transfer. So I like to make it a gusseted pocket, but you have to bear in mind where you're going to put your eyelet. I've decided that's what I'm going to do, put an eyelet there for my fastening. So I don't want the pocket to come up above where the eyelet is. So that's 8. Let's just measure the whole thing. It's just a little over 8 1/4. So it's 8 1/2. Sorry, the outer cover is 8 1/2. So 4 1/4 is where the fastening would be, which is about there. Can't see that very well, but it is there. And I want to make my pocket not more than that. So that would give us, I can make my pocket up to 3 3/4 inches, and that'll have nothing to do with that then. So yeah, 3 3/4. Gotta get it to 4. No, not really. 3 3/4. So maybe it might be an idea to use one of these on top, and then we could decorate that. Yeah. So I'm getting myself all tangled up now because I can't work it out. I think the thing to do is just stick these on, then we'll worry about the pockets. Yeah, maybe. Although I would like to sew around them all together. Yeah, I would. So, look, let's ink around this. Let's ink around it while we think. Ink and think, as Gail always says. So where's my dauber gone? Here it is, over here. You won't believe I've got so much stuff out on my desk just to cover a journal. I don't know what I'm doing with it all. So I'm using scorched timber. Of course I am. And I think I've only got the oxide, but I think I might order the ink. It's just such a fabulous colour. It's the best brown ever. Probably don't need to ink down here because there's a pocket going there, but never mind, done it now. That covered all the white, yep, that's lovely. So yes, that's going to go there. So let's get one for the back as well while we're at it. So whatever measurement that was, that's what we need again. Do you think I can remember? It was 8 1/4, that much I do know. And it might have been, was it 6 1/4? Measure the blooming thing. It's far easier. Yeah, 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. So let's put this over to one side again, and I'm going to use this 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. So let's cut the 8 1/4. No, we'll do it that way. Let's cut the 8 1/4 bit off. Not sure this has got a top and a bottom, but 8 1/4. There we go. Classy remnant by, what did I say, 6 1/4? Did I say 6 1/4? 6 1/4. 6 1/4. Ah, yeah, I remember now. There we go. So that's our other pocket. There's our remnants. Let's ink around this piece. Let's just check that. Looks a bit wide. No, it's perfectly perfect. Perfectly perfect. So let's ink around there. Not so sure this has got a top and a bottom. Did I just say that? I'm repeating myself already. So yeah, Mr. F's gone off shopping in an attempt to be back in time for lunch, because honestly we'd let our food really dwindle. The fridge is completely empty, so he's had to go to get something for lunch if nothing else, but he is going to do the kind of week shopping when he's there. So yeah, that's going to go there. It looks nice, doesn't it? I like that paper, it's lovely. And now we need to think about the pockets, so let's think about what we've got left. I don't think I can use that because it definitely goes that way, doesn't it? And I don't really want to introduce that pink. We've got these. Would that be deep enough? I want to make it gusseted, so that's 1/2 inch off the bottom. Take it down to there. It could be. It could be. But I quite like the idea. Let's put these in the remnant drawers. That's a remnant as well. Put that away. I quite like the idea of using the back of this page. That's what you get. And the back of that one's just gorgeous. That's this page. But I do like that side as well. Just thinking we could decorate that up really quite nicely, couldn't we? So yeah, I'm going to go for that. So let's have a look and see what we need. That's going to go there. And the pocket we said would be 3 3/4. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, 3 3/4. Now I want a 1/2 inch gusset on it, so that makes it 4 1/4. And then widthwise, because I'm going to put 2 1/2 inch gussets across it, it measures 6 1/4, so I want it to be 6 3/4. Let's write that down somewhere before I forget it. 6 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I want 2 pieces like that, one for the front, one for the back. I'll just concentrate on the front for now. I can do the back at any old time. You don't have to watch me do both the front and the back. Drive you completely dotty. So let's use this and cut out these measurements. So, okay. So 6 3/4, which I believe is there. There we go. And then I want 2 bits at 4 1/4. One for the front, one for the back. That's 4 and that's 4 1/4. So that's one pocket, and then this one for the back. There we are, and that's a remnant. And that's a remnant. Classy remnant. So let's put this away and get our little scoreboard out, which has been swamped by who knows what, and see if I can find the little OSP. Go up there with the stamps, that's better. Yeah, here it is. So I want to score 1/2 inch on all 3 sides, leave one unscored. So 1/2 inch down one long side and 1/2 inch. I'll leave that one and I'll do that one off camera. You only really need to see one to see how it's going to come together. So that's that. And now let's just mitre the corners a little bit. So there's my score lines. You just go into the corner and out again at that sort of angle. There we go. And then you can crease your gussets up. Crease your gussets, ladies. And fold that in. I'm just going to use my bone folder to get a nice crease on there. So that paper pad came in really useful. All my Timmy stuff comes in really useful. I love it. I love it all. It's just some bits I don't know. I don't seem to use very much. No idea why. So is that going to fit on there? No, that's not kind of the measurement I wanted, but it doesn't matter. That will work equally. Obviously haven't measured enough. Well, I didn't, did I? Because I measured that at 6 1/4 and then added 1/2 inch on, which gave me 6 3/4, where it should have been 7 1/4. But never mind, that doesn't matter. We've got what we've got, and it's fine. It's going to look fine there. It's still going to serve as a really good pocket. So let's ink around that. I'll pause you while I do that. Right, there we are. So that's kind of how that's going to go. And I'm now going to take this to my sewing machine, which you absolutely do not have to, and I'm going to sew around just inside. I've put a thumb notch in, as you can see, just inside those lines and inside these lines here. And then yeah, then I'm going to sew around this completely, and then I'll be back. So I'll just go and do that, and then I'll be back. So I've got my paper inked around, stitched around, ready to stick down, and I've got my pocket here that I've sewn around. It's ready for decoration, but it's going to get stuck on there first. But what I'm thinking is I'm going to put the washi on, because I don't think the washi, I think it's just going to catch on there. So I think the best thing to do is put it on first. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to this. I don't know where that ended up. Just to help the washi stick. Just because it's on a crease, really. It would be alright, I think, just flat. It's quite sticky. But because it's going in that groove, I'm just going to assist its adhesion with a little bit of glue. So that's fine. So let's cut the top off straight first, shall we? That's always an idea. I think that's straight. Let's just get that right at the top of that green card. Don't really want to stick it onto the fabric particularly. I think that's all right. And then right down the side of that signature. Concentrating here. So when that goes on there, you'll see that, and I like that. I think that looks loads better than that green. And I was thinking using that green, to be honest. Well, I wasn't thinking, obviously. So let's cut this off straight as we can across there. Yeah, well, true to form, it's not dead straight, but I think it's straight enough. Come back around here, and then let's just give it a good press down. And don't forget to press into that groove as well. Don't think that's going to hinder that. No, not at all. Not at all. Excuse me. So now we really can give that groove a good press down. Yeah, I like that so much better. It's really nice. So if you've got a similar problem, you can use some washi yourself. Right, okay, let's get this stuck down. Just checking, yeah. Oh, doesn't that look nice? I like that now when you open the thing. So I'm going to use collal. Look at the other side of that. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, it is beautiful. I'll just answer my own questions because nobody else is saying anything. Well, you might be at home, but I can't hear you. That's the problem. I know the other day when I was sticking a pocket on, Catherine was saying she was shouting at me, telling me that it was supposed to be a pocket and I put glue everywhere. But I couldn't hear her. I'm thinking of Catherine today. She's got a big day today. There we go. I think that's sufficient. Don't want it to come off, so I'll just give it a bit extra than I normally would. And let's get that right where we want it. Just probably up a touch. Leave a nice 1/8 of an inch border around it. And the collal will allow you to just move it a fraction should you need to, but I think that's pretty good. Let's get my brayer on the job. I feel that this is going to be a really nice journal. Really, really nice. And I'm so pleased. Because really, all I was doing to start with was just making Tim Holtz ephemera pieces. I really had no idea in mind to make a journal to put them in. But you know, that's how things grow, isn't it, in your mind? And then we make it real by doing it. Yeah, look at that. That is, when you open that journal, that's what you're going to see, and I think that's lovely. So, let's put this on then, shall we? So that's going to go there, and the mark for our centre is there. So just move that down a touch, And then we've got enough room there for our, what do you call it? Eyelet, yes, that's what you call it. So I'm going to put glue just on the bottom one for the moment. And you'll see why in a sec. If you haven't watched me before, if you have watched me before, then you know what I'm doing. There's quite a bit of glue on there, so let's just spread that out. Take some off maybe. There we go. Wipe it on my Timmy towel. And holding your two sides in, allow the base piece to get stuck on where you want it, which is about there, I think. Does that look right? Yeah, I think so, about there. That's straight-ish. Yeah, okay. So now I've just got this base piece put on. And you may have noticed in your journals, when you go to put things in pockets, they catch on this bottom bit here, because there's a bit of a step up there. And that really, really bugs me. It's just stupid how much it bugs me, actually. So I'm going to put some washi tape over there. How sticky is that? Not very sticky, so let's just put a little bit of glue along there and along there, and put our washi along. I'm just using narrow stuff. Use something that you don't like particularly, because nobody's ever going to see this. It's just to aid when you put your cards in, because you measure your cards, you know, and then you put them in, they don't go right to the bottom, and it's frustrating. There we are. Let's just press that into place. Lovely. So now our card should slip in over that really quite nicely. So now we can stick the side pieces on. This glue's very lively today, shall we say? Lively. But that's better than it not coming out at all, which sometimes happens. Glue, honestly. We must spend so much time talking about glue. I mean, basically all we're doing is sticking paper to paper. How hard can it be? So fold those in, flip that up, and there you have your lovely gusseted, yes, pocket. So you've got that full width then to pop things in as you go. So just get that in place there. Lovely. So that's pretty much that. That's it. Now I'm going to do exactly what I've just done there, but in the back, and I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Do like that washi, however. Hope you do. So see you in a sec. Okay, so welcome to our journal. Look at it. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just so nice. And of course we'll decorate the front, of course we will. It probably doesn't need that much, because this fabric it's just gorgeous. So when you open it up, it lies flat like that, which I love, and that's the reason why we did the faux spine. On the inside cover, we've got this, which you've just watched me make. And this needs decorating, obviously, but I'm not going to put anything in this pocket, although you could. See what I've got hanging around on my desk just to show you. Because we've got the gussets, it goes right up to the sides like that, and it goes up to that side there. So you've got a nice big pocket, and it's quite deep as well. So you can get lots of things just stashed in there in a hurry. Then you've got your 5 signatures, and as you turn to each one, they all lie flat. They're easy to write on at this moment because we haven't put too much stuff in. But, you know, each one lies beautifully flat, and that was what we were after with this. I love those page edges. They're really nice, aren't they? And then to the back, we've got that, and that's the inside back cover. I put the washi on, same as the other. It's identical, just this is a different paper, but apart from that it's the same as the front. And you can see it really does lie flat. It really bends very easily because we took good care of our groove. Got to care for your groove. There's our spine. It's gorgeous. I love it. I really, really love it. So all that we need now is to fill it up with ephemera. So thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for getting this through to this stage. I hope that I've given good enough and clear enough instruction that excuse me, that any of you can do this without fear. Without fear, just do it. Once you've got your block in, your page block, that's the hard work done. What we've done today is just finishing it off, really. So there we go. I love it. I hope you love it, and I hope you consider giving it a go. I really, really do, because this is potentially one of the simplest journals I've ever made, really. Okay, so I'll see you, this is Saturday, so I'll see you on Monday when we'll make some more stuff for it, or maybe decorate the pockets, who knows, but we'll carry on with this journal. So thanks for watching. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. Bye. Bye-bye.